right, let's do it. Hey, what's going on? Once again, it's the Bfree guys. You can see, this is Lavaris. I'm on the road. I'm driving, taking a road trip. But of course, we always want to be able to touch base with another broadcast. Of course, got my co-host, Greg, my brother. How you doing?
What's up, my brother?
Man, doing well. It's a beautiful day. Of course, we wanted to just touch base and be able to share another hot topic. We're excited about everything that's evolving, that's taking place. So, G, what's on the agenda today? What are we talking about?
Well, this month, man, we're kicking off the distractions, series.
Yeah, life distractions. Yeah.
So we got to kick that off, man, and we'll just we'll talk a little bit, be a little loose today because you're driving, so we're not in a formal broadcast posture.
Yes.
To do that. Let's do a little, since it is April Fool's Day. Let's go ahead and do a little April Fool's conversation. So
okay.
here's the April Fools, right? For all you people who say you don't have enough money, who say you need to have some independence, who say you want to have financial freedom, but you keep doing the same things that you've been doing that's been producing, the limited or the deficient financial resources and everything. Here's your April Fools. Keep doing exactly what you've been doing, and you are going to become independently wealthy because you're going to keep getting the same abundant results that you've been getting. Just keep doing the same thing.
That's right.
Doing,
Yep. You put your money into the regular personal savings account. I mean, you're going to be all right.
Just keep doing
it. Get your CDs that's paying, 0.02 APY. Yeah, you're going to be okay. Just keep doing it. Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Ignore everybody that's talking about all these other things that's going on. How Bitcoin is going up. Bitcoin is a great store of value. Now, we all fools. We the ones that's fools. You keep doing what you're doing. You are right on point.
Yeah. Just ignore the brother. The brother sailor who is a MIT alum who has done more research on Bitcoin and understanding the intrinsic value of Bitcoin, probably better help. Some might argue he might understand it better than Satoshi did.
Hey. Some might argue.
You know what I mean? But just keep going. Yeah, he only put
Bitcoin together.
He just put a little bit more than a bill ticket, in it because he don't know what he's doing.
That's all. He just trying something out. All right. So that's your April Fool for the day. Yeah, that's your April Fool for the day, right? Yeah. All right. So let's talk about these distractions. Let's talk about distractions, life distractions. We know there's a lot of things that can cause distractions, a lot of life distractions. It can vary, it can range from many different things depending on the individual, right?
Right.
So what's a key point? What's something we want to talk about today, G? Tell me something, man. Let's talk about it. Distractions.
Well, here's the thing. If you do not have the time to, as Martin Lawrence would say, man, if you don't have the time to woo-sigh, if you just can't even lean back, and just take a deep breath and woo-sigh, it's probably an indication that you got so many distractions, you just got to go from one thing to another because you are in the battle so intense that you don't have the ability to just analyze and assess and remotely become strategic because of so many things that you're being bombarded with. And these things are forms of distraction. I saw a quote either yesterday or the day before yesterday, man, and it kind of stuck with me. It said, distractions are the enemy of success. And And
Wow.
of course, we were coming up, on the series, and this month's theme is distractions. That kind of resonated with me, and really, that's a very profound statement. It's a profound quote.
Yeah.
Because
it is.
that's what weakens all of us. And the great ones, the highly successful ones are the ones who become. And I shouldn't have said the great ones. The highly successful ones are the ones who become great at compartmentalizing distractions, identifying them, and keeping them out of the way, keeping them from governing their decision-making lifestyle. Those are the ones who have high success, the people who are capable of doing that.
That's right. Yeah, focus.
Stay focused.
And a lot of times people too become distracted because it just, as you stated, just too much going on. And I think I heard someone say before, you could try to be a master of many things. What do you say? You be good at one thing, you be good at many things instead of being a master at one thing.
Right.
And unfortunately, that could be a problem because you're only good at multiple things. But if you focus and become a master at one thing, then that one thing can put you in a spot, in a position to be successful, to be financially successful, to have time success as well as health success. Because when you have so much going on and you're going, then it's hard to rest because your mind is continue to go. We got so much going on in our mind. We're thinking. So even when you lay down, you still not resting because your mind is constantly working. So it's important that we realize that you have to be able to slow down. You have to be able to focus, find something that you feel like you want to just focus on, and you do it and you get it.
Yeah. And look, and hopefully you're able to focus on that road, my brother, and not be distracted with this damn Zoom.
I'm good. I'm that driver from way back in the day that I drove under any condition, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, bro. I know. Hey,
I was always a driver.
I want to say, man, I'm trying to remember the book I got this out of. I think it was The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton is his name.
Okay.
And he said, I'm paraphrasing, so of course I ain't gonna recite it exactly the way he said it, but the essence of what he said, it's a big misnomer. People think that they multitask. He said the human brain, it's impossible. The human brain doesn't multitask. The human brain does a task, pauses, and then moves on to do another task, pauses, and moves on. So while we think we're multitasking, we're really not. And there's a delay between how long, when you pause on one task and get started on another, how long it takes the human brain to basically retool its thinking and thought process for the new task. So it's actually it's inefficient to do that.
To do multiple things at once.
Yeah, what you should do is train yourself to just stick to one thing for a reasonable amount of time, get it accomplished, and then move to another task for a reasonable amount of time. But when you try to jump back and forth, you're doing this for 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and then you jump into something else, you're not having efficiency because your mind has to shut down, basically purge, some of its, if we're talking computer terms, some of its, cache memory, some of its RAM, and got to free it up so it can move on to a new task, and then, build up mental, momentum for the new task.
Yeah, that's
So it was interesting. So, we hear people talk about all the time. Yeah, I'm a multitasker. And after I read that, 4 or 5 times, because it took me probably 4 or 5 times to really get a good understanding of what he was saying. But after I did that, and I would hear people talk about multitask, I'd be like, yeah, you're a lying mother. You know what? You think you multitask, but you're really not.
Yeah, that's good though.
Some people are pretty good at quickly doing something and then moving on to another thing. Most people are really good at doing something, not completing it sufficiently and moving on to another thing, and not completing it sufficiently and moving on to another thing, and not completing it sufficiently. That's what most of us are good at, you know.
Wow. Yeah. That's real logic, and you know, you got some people that's just, and of course, some people don't want to hear that. They just feel like, nah, I can get it done, and you know, and they continue to do what they do. And but if we want to learn from examples, and we want to look at successful people, you know, and when you follow successful people, you want to mimic, you know, somewhat what they've done. It's not that you want to do what they do, but you want to see what were the traits and some of the things that they've done to make themselves successful. And that's the important part of becoming and growing and being who you are. You know, there's a great quote that I love the quote, and I always I live by this quote is be yourself because everyone else is taken. And so simply saying that, you know, be yourself because everybody else is taken. Right now, you may learn from some other people. You may be able to take some things from other people, but you still got to be yourself because God created you to be you. You are who you are. You have the traits that you have. You have the personality that you have to be able to do what you are put on this earth to do. So if you try to be someone else, now you know you out of your lane. You're out of your lane. So life distractions definitely they're definitely real. And so many times people are unsuccessful because of the life distractions, not knowing how to get out of those distractions and be able to focus on one thing and get it done. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was while we on, you know, reminiscing on different you know, quotes that kind of, you know, resonate with us. There was one, and again, I'm horrible, man. If I don't literally have it in front of me, you know, to read it, I never quote it, you know, correctly, accurately. But the essence of it, you know, I'm laughing at myself, man. You know, you have to allow yourself, you know, to embrace the pain of your circumstances, because until you recognize the pain of your circumstances, you are likely to not make the necessary adjustments to change your circumstances. So if you trick yourself into thinking that you know your conditions that you're unhappy with, if you trick yourself into thinking that they're not that bad, nah, you know, they're okay, it could be worse, right? If you trick yourself into believing that, then you're not going to make the necessary adjustments, the necessary sacrifices to change those circumstances. And
that's right.
What ends up happening is, you know, that's the frog in the pot, you know, with that temperature slowly rising. By the time it really gets too damn hot for you, and you about to too damn late. You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know? So you gotta make, you know, allow yourself to feel the discomfort and recognize that you are discomfort, you know, and decide that pain, you don't want that pain. You don't want to stay there and try to endure that pain. You want to recognize this shit's uncomfortable, man. Let me make some decisions to eliminate it, you know, move myself in a different situation, a different environment, you know, and distractions will have us, you know, playing mind games on, you know, what was your boy Bushwick Bill, man, you know, back
my mind playing tricks on me.
You know, back in the day.
And you know what? And it's funny that you say that because we will convince ourselves that we're okay.
Absolutely.
It's, you know, we grew up when crack cocaine hit. You know, grew up in Oakland, from Cali. For those that don't know, grew up in Oakland. You know, was able to see a lot of things out in the streets, and a lot of people got hooked on crack cocaine, and like on the street. But yet on the inside looking out, you know, they convinced themselves that they was okay. They just trying to get high. You know, I had a close family member where, you know, he was on it, and you know, he was on one of the major drugs, and you know, I ain't gotta go too detailed. You look bad, you know. And I told her, and he said, "Really, blood?" I said, "Really?" I said, "You don't know, you don't notice how bad you look." No, really, I look that bad. And then he went and looked in the mirror, and he realized what I said, and he said, "Man, you right, huh? I do, huh?" But all along, he's been thinking that he was okay. And that's how people will go through life. We're thinking we okay. you know, I'm okay. Now I'm all right, because you convince yourself that you're okay. But from everybody else looking at you, you're like, no, you ain't okay, right? So I would say take a deep and a serious look in the mirror to determine and look at yourself. You know, look at your life. How are you doing? Are you really satisfied with the way you living? Are you satisfied with what you're doing? Are you satisfied with the job that you have and the career choice that you've chosen? Are you satisfied? Or are you just doing it just, you know, just because it's just you convinced yourself this is where I'm going to be and this is where I'm going to stay, you know? And that in itself can become a distraction, because now you've distracted yourself from the real purpose that God has placed here, the real purpose and goal that you have, the skills and abilities that you probably can be so much more if you have not reached into and tapped into those abilities. But if you continue to distract yourself with a false reality that you're okay, then you will continue to stumble down that road and you won't get any better.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Period.
I was about to say, preach, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So you know, hey man. So you know, so distractions are there. We know distractions are part of life, and you know, we got some other topics that we'll be talking about as well. That's geared directly towards distractions. And with this, you know, we're simply saying it's all about your mind. You know, it's about if you convince yourself that you're okay, then, you know, hey, to yourself, you will be okay. You know, exactly. But if you convince yourself that, hey, I want more and I'm gonna do better, then I'm gonna continue to get more and get better. I've always pushed myself to do more and to do better and to have more. And so with that, I continue to push myself to have more and to do more. So I'm not content, you know, not at this point. I'm happy that God has placed in me what he has placed in me and put me where he's put me. But at the same time, I know there's more for me to accomplish, so I won't stop. I'm still going.
Absolutely. Because you know, I like to say sometimes, man, you know, there's never been a better time to be alive than, you know, right now in 2021, man. The opportunities are just so abundant, you know.
Man, hey, when we came out of 2020, somebody put 2021 WON, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2021, and that's how we're feeling. This should be the year that you win. You know, but you have to get past those distractions. And that first distraction is yourself, your mind, the way you think about it, and the way you see things. So, yep, that's all I got on it, G. That's all I got on it.
Nah, man, you know, that's good. I know you sound like you about to get off of I-75, man, about to hit the little back roads of South Georgia.
I'm already on it. We ain't
got much time or signal left anyway.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, that's all good, man. So look, go ahead, man. You know, enjoy the rest of the drive down there to pick up baby girl, and you know, safe travels. I'll holler at you on the way back.
All right.
And you know, people, please, you know, and all you're getting, get information and get you some Bitcoin. It is the truth. It is the way.
Remember, subscribe, like, let's get it.
Let's do it. Peace.